It's 2 a.m. You're lying in bed, phone glowing in the dark, thumb moving on its own. Your brain is begging you to sleep. Your thumb doesn't care. Now rewind 40,000 years. No phone, no screen, no light switch. Just pitch black darkness. And somewhere out there, something with sharp teeth that can see far better than you can. Humans are terrible in the dark. No claws, no night vision, no speed. If you were dropped into a forest back then, the moment the sun went down, you became prey. So how did our ancestors survive the night, every single night, for hundreds of thousands of years? The answer isn't just survival. It's something that quietly built the entire foundation of human civilization. And once you hear it, you'll never look at your bedtime the same way again. Let's begin. Let's start with the obvious problem. Darkness meant danger. Wolves, big cats, predators built for the night, while humans were built for daylight. So before anyone could rest, they needed one thing standing between them and the dark: fire. Fire wasn't just warmth. It was a wall no predator wanted to cross. Most animals feared the flickering light and the smell of smoke, and that fear became humanity's first real security system. But fire did something else, something far more powerful than protection. It gave humans extra hours in the day. Daylight hours were spent surviving, hunting, gathering, working. There simply wasn't time to sit, think, or talk. But at night, once the fire was lit and the group was safe, something new happened. People had nothing left to do but talk. And that's likely where storytelling was born. Around those fires, people shared what they'd seen, what they feared, what they hoped for. Some researchers believe this nightly ritual helped shape early language, memory, and even the earliest forms of culture. Whoever told the best story earned attention, respect, even status. In a strange way, the fireside storyteller may have been the very first influencer in human history. But eventually, the fire would burn low, and it would be time to actually sleep. And how ancient humans slept might surprise you even more. You'd expect ancient humans to just collapse onto the ground and hope for the best. But archaeological discoveries tell a very different story. In caves in southern Africa, researchers uncovered ancient bedding tens of thousands of years old. And it wasn't random. It was layered, almost engineered. The bottom layer was made of ash, which kept the cold ground from draining body heat and helped keep insects away. The middle layer was soft plant material for comfort, and the top layer often came from specific leaves known to naturally repel biting insects. In other words, ancient humans were building insect-resistant, temperature-regulated bedding tens of thousands of years before modern mattresses existed. And when that bedding became dirty or infested, they didn't wash it. They burned it and simply built a new one, a brutal but surprisingly effective form of deep cleaning. But the most surprising part of ancient sleep wasn't the bedding, it was the sleep itself. Today, we're taught that a healthy night means one long, unbroken block of sleep. But historians believe that for most of human history, that wasn't the norm at all. Before artificial lighting and strict schedules, many humans slept in two separate phases. They would lie down shortly after sunset, sleep for a few hours, then naturally wake in the middle of the night. This waking period wasn't seen as a problem. People used that quiet time to talk, reflect, tend the fire, or simply rest peacefully before falling into a second phase of sleep until morning. Waking up at night wasn't insomnia back then. It was simply how the human body was designed to rest. Today, if you wake up at 3 a.m. and can't stop thinking, we call it a sleep disorder. But your body might just be running on very old, very ancient programming. That's also why certain things still feel strangely comforting. The sound of rain can feel relaxing, because in the ancient world, rain often meant predators stayed hidden too. Sleeping near others can feel safer than sleeping completely alone, an instinct built over hundreds of thousands of years of group survival. And bright light late at night can quietly confuse your brain, tricking it into thinking the sun never really set. Your body still remembers a world that doesn't exist anymore. A world without walls, without safety nets, without modern comfort. And yet, in some strange way, that ancient rhythm may have been more in sync with nature than anything we've built since. Today, we live in the safest era humans have ever known. But somehow, many of us still lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, just like our ancestors once did, only for very different reasons. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because history hides in the most ordinary parts of our lives, even the way we sleep. See you in the next video.